Hi, again, today is Saturday, May 27th, 2023. I just read this AirGen device article on Popular Science a moment ago, and I'm going to read another article right from the umass Amherst. I think this one is more extensive and maybe show us the physics at play in details and also the contributors to that new technology. And also, I would focus on the exact pronunciation, cliches, grammatical points. And so it's a multiple approach by me to practice English and also to pick up knowledge. Yes, in university, I studied mechanical engineering. Now I work for Korea Telecom, the number one carrier in the world, with a satellite all the way to undersea overseas cables. So, and I am very confident in the mechanical engineering and also telecom or IT areas. So I have extensive expertise in both areas of engineering. So let's dive in. This one is from University of Massachusetts or UMass Amherst. New green technology from UMass Amherst generates electricity out of thin air. Renewable device could help mitigate climate change. Power medical devices. Amherst, Mass. Scientists at the University of Massachusetts Amherst have developed a device that uses a natural protein to create electricity from moisture in the air. A new technology, they say, could have significant implications for the future of renewable energy, climate change, and the future of medicine. As reported today in Nature, the laboratories of electrical engineer Jun Yao and microbiologist Derek Lovely at UMass Amherst have created a device they call an AirGen or air-powered generator with electrically conductive protein nanowires. Electrically conductive protein nanowires produced by the microbe Geobacter. The AirGen connects electrodes to the protein nanowires in such a way that electrical current is generated from the water vapor naturally present in the atmosphere. So AirGen connects electrodes to the protein nanowires. We are literally making electricity out of thin air, says Yao. The AirGen generates clean energy 24/7. That's good expression. The AirGen generates clean energy 24/7. Lovely, who has advanced sustainable biology-based electronic materials over 3 decades, adds is the most amazing and exciting application of protein nanowires yet. The new technology developed in Yao's lab is non-polluting, renewable, and low cost. It can generate power even in areas with extremely low humidity, such as the Sahara Desert. It has significant advantages of other forms of renewable energy, including solar and wind, Lovely says, because unlike these other renewable energy sources, the AirGen does not require sunlight or wind, and it even works indoors. Amazing, it even works indoors. The AirGen generates clean energy, right? It can generate power even in areas with extremely low humidity, right? The airgen generates clean energy 24/7. The airgen device requires only a thin film of protein nanowires less than 10 microns thick, the researchers explain. The bottom of the film rests on an electrode, while a smaller electrode that covers the only part of the nanowire film sits on top. The film absorbs water vapor from the atmosphere. A combination of the electrical conductivity and surface chemistry of the protein nanowires, coupled with the fine pores between the nanowires within the film, establishes the conditions that generate an electrical current between the two electrodes. The researchers say that the current generation of airgen devices are able to power small electronics, and they expect to bring the invention to commercial scale soon. Next steps they plan include developing a small airgen patch that can power electronic wearables such as health and fitness monitors and smart watches, which would eliminate the requirement for traditional batteries. They also hope to develop airgens to apply to cell phones to eliminate periodic charging. Wow, interesting, man. We don't need a charger anymore? That's fantastic. Yeah, form factor, man, form factor. So patches, electronic. But let me go over the principle of that device one more time. The researchers say that the current generation of airgen devices are able to power small electronics, and they expect to bring the invention to commercial scale soon. Next steps they plan include developing a small gen patch that can power electronic wearables such as health and fitness monitors and smartwatches, which would eliminate the requirement for traditional batteries. They also hope to develop airgens to apply to cell phones to eliminate periodic charging. The airgen device requires only a thin film of protein nanowires less than 10 microns thick, the researchers explain. The bottom of the film rests on an electrode, while a small electrode that covers the only part of the nanowire film sits on top. The film absorbs water vapor from the atmosphere. A combination of the electrical conductivity and surface chemistry of the protein nanowires, coupled with the fine pores between the nanowires within the film, establishes the conditions that generate an electrical current between the two electrodes. So two electrodes on the bottom and top, and the nanowires has a pores. So three elements are combined to generate electricity. Yao says the ultimate goal is to make large-scale systems. They are trying to bring the invention to commercial scale soon. For example, the technology might be incorporated into wall paint that could help power your home, or we may develop standalone air-powered generators that supply electricity off the grid. Standalone air-powered generators. Once we get to an industrial scale for wire production, I fully expect that we can make larger systems that will make a major contribution to sustainable energy production. continuing to advance the practical biological capabilities of GeoBacter, Lovely's lab recently developed a new microbial strain to more rapidly and inexpensively mass-produce protein nanowires. We turned E. coli into protein nanowire factory, he says. With this new scalable process, protein nanowire supply will no longer be a bottleneck to developing these applications. Be a bottleneck. No longer be a bottleneck. Will no longer be a bottleneck. The Aerogen discovery reflects an unusual interdisciplinary collaboration, they say. Lovely discovered the GeoBacter microbe in the mud of the Potomac River more than 30 years ago. His lab later discovered its ability to produce electrically conductive protein nanowires. Before coming to UMass Amherst, Yao had worked for years at Harvard University, where he engineered electronic devices with silicon nanowires. They joined forces to see if useful electronic devices could be made with the protein nanowires harvested from GeoBacter. Xiaomeng Liu, a PhD student in Yao's lab, was developing sensor devices when he noticed something unexpected. He recalls, I saw that when the nanowires were contacted with electrodes in a specific way, the devices generated a current. I found that exposure to atmospheric humidity was essential and that protein nanowires absorbed water, producing a voltage gradient across the device. The voltage gradient. In addition to the Aerogen, Yao's laboratory has developed several other applications with the protein nanowires. This is just the beginning of a new era of protein-based electronic devices at Yao. The research was supported in part from a seed fund, through the Office of Technology Commercialization and Ventures at UMass Amherst, and research development funds from the campus's College of Natural Sciences. The research was supported in part from a seed fund through the Office of Technology Commercialization and Ventures at UMass Amherst. Seed fund, February 17th, 2020. Contact Derek Lovely, 413-348-4936. Share this. University of Massachusetts, Amherst. I feel drowsy, so I think I'll hit the sack now without going over the review. Everybody take care, have fun.